Good morning. Happy Monday. I thought I'd kick this off about a minute early, and I'm trying it from my computer today instead of my phone. So we'll see if this works. I'm going to need y'all to let me know if you can hear me, because this is totally different than how I usually do it. Good morning, Molly. Hey, Kim. I see y'all coming in now. I hope y'all can hear me okay. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, Donna. Can you hear me? Okay, good. I normally film Good Morning Cold. Kim, I heard on the news this morning while I was getting dressed here in Texas and whining about it being in the 30s, how crazy cold the Northeast is. And I don't even know what to say. It does not even equate in Texas to being that cold. I don't know. I don't know how you do it. I really don't. I mean, we get hot summers. I was telling one of the moderators yesterday that I can survive 30 to 60 plus days of temperatures over 110, but you know, you get it lower than 25 and I'm out of my element. All right, it's 7:01, so let's get going. Thank you for joining me this morning. My subject today, I told you, was going to be the word why. And Weight Watchers is really, really big on that word. You know, we are taught as leaders and even as Weight Watchers members that in order to be successful on this journey, we have to find our why. And our why has to be strong enough to kind of get us over the hurdles along the way. And some of us, our why is our health. You know, some of it's our children or our grandchildren or a particular trip coming up or an event in life, an activity that we want to do. I'd kind of like to propose to you today that, hang on, my comments are not scrolling. I'd like to propose to you today that there's another why that's equally important, and it's not the positive why. I think I just sat down last night during one of the football games, which, you know, y'all know how I feel. My Cowboys are not in the fight anymore, so I'm still a little bitter over that. But while the game was going on, my husband was watching. I started making a list of some of the whys that I get messages from you about often. I want to talk about some of those. So the first one is, why am I not losing weight? Well, oftentimes the answer is that you're making the same mistakes. There's sometimes a medical reason why we aren't losing weight. Sometimes it's hormones, sometimes it's a thyroid, you know, sometimes it's things like that. But more often than not, if we're honest with ourselves, and I know this is going to make somebody mad, and I'm sorry, but more often than not, we're not losing weight because we're not doing our part consistently. You have to burn more energy than you take in calories, or you can't keep You can't keep giving yourself grace. You can't keep giving yourself permission to have a cheat day. I hate that phrase. Who are you cheating? You're cheating on life. This isn't a diet. You can't cheat on life, or you're just cheating yourself. So if you're cheating more than you're not, or you're eating more than you should, or you're moving less than you need to, those are some of the reasons why you're not losing weight. You have to take ownership. You can't blame Weight Watchers. You can't blame your spouse. You can't blame the cook at the restaurant. It's all up to me. I choose whether or not I'm going to lose. Here's another one I hear a lot. Why are my meetings so bad? Well, sometimes there's a legitimate reason. Sometimes it may be a Weight Watchers leader that you're not clicking with. I've been in meetings where the Weight Watchers leader probably just wasn't cut out to do that. But a lot of times, as a leader for quite some time, I discovered that the meetings took on the personality of the folks attending the meeting. So if your meeting is bad, look at you. What are you putting into the meeting? Weight Watchers leaders are coached, trained to facilitate the meeting, the discussion. It's not their job to carry the conversation. That's not why they're there. They're there to prompt, ask the leading questions, to get you as the members sharing and opening up and talking. So if your meeting isn't enjoyable, if you're not getting a lot out of it, again, look at you. What are you putting into it? Are you contributing? Are you offering ideas? Are you offering recipes or food finds that you have found? Or are you sitting there with your arms folded, angry because the scale didn't give you the number that you hoped to see today? So you're just kind of in the mully grubs and you're not going to be happy and share with anybody. Maybe that's why the meeting wasn't enjoyable. Maybe there's too many members with that thought instead of how can I make this meeting something that everybody will get something out of. Here's another one. Why can't I eat all of my points? Well, Diana, I just saw I am not a Weight Watchers leader. I used to be. I don't work for Weight Watchers currently. Why can't I eat my points? Theoretically, you should be able to eat all of your daily points. I tell the folks that I private coach with that I don't believe, this is just me, this is not Weight Watchers, this is just me. I don't believe that you should presume to eat all of your weekly points every week. Why? Because if you make the right choices with your daily points every day, and you're filling yourself with good, healthy vegetables, protein sources, and good, healthy fats, I don't think you should need those extra points on a daily basis. I encourage people to use their weekly points as overdraft protection. It's there if you get into trouble, like you're invited out to a meal and you have no control over where you're going to eat, or you're eating at someone's house and you have no clue how many points to track because you don't know what's in that casserole, or it's a very special occasion. That doesn't mean it's just Tuesday. That means it's like a birthday or an anniversary or a wedding or something like that. I think if you kind of get into the habit of using your weekly points for something like that instead of eating them every day, you might find that your weight loss is more consistent. I'm not telling you that works for everybody. That's just what I have found for me and for a lot of people that I've had the privilege of working with, that that kind of works. I've also encouraged people to use their fit points for the extras instead of their weekly points. The reason for that is you have to earn fit points. They're not just given to you. So if you have to earn the points for those treats, you're probably more likely to be more selective about what you choose as a treat. For instance, if I have to earn the extra points for the popcorn that I'm going to eat while watching the movie, I'm probably not going to eat as much popcorn because I don't want to spend twice as long on the treadmill earning those extra points. Make sense? Just a thought. But you may not be able to eat all of your points and still lose, because I really think it matters what you're spending your points on. Someone posted recently about they were considering doing a 0-point week. Now, let me tell you why I think that's a really bad idea. You can grossly overeat on 0-point foods, and you may not even realize it because it's 0-point food. So too often in our mind, we think there's no repercussion for 0-point food because they don't have a point value, but they still cost you. They still have calories. Your body doesn't know that it's a 0-point food. Your body just knows that you have just consumed X number of calories, which equates into X amount of energy. And so you're either going to burn that off or not. And if you don't, it's going to turn into fat. Okay? So just because, I'm sorry, allergy season still, just because it's a 0-point food doesn't mean you can eat unlimited portions. So if you and if you don't believe me, I challenge you to do this just for 2 or 3 days. Write down everything you eat, everything, 0 points included, and look at the caloric value of that food and track your calories for the day. And I did that some time back, and I'll try to do it again here before long. There is a price to pay for everything you put in your mouth, regardless of the point value. So I just think it's a dangerous place to be, to try to see how much 0-point food you can do. I just think that's a bad idea. You may totally disagree with me, and you have the absolute right to do that. But I have seen, while working as a leader, I've seen way too many people get so frustrated because they weren't losing or they were gaining. And when we went and looked at their tracker, they were way overeating on their 0-point food. That wasn't the intention when Freestyle rolled out. That reminds me, I want to make a comment about Freestyle here in a second, but it was never the intention for you to only eat 0-point food or to overeat 0-point food. I think it was to encourage us to eat from that list of 0-point food, because the food on that list is probably healthier than a lot of the snacks and pointed foods that we tend to eat. But you may want to look, if you're not losing, look at that. It doesn't cost you anything to track your calories for a couple of days. It may just be, an educational thing. Okay. Why did I eat that? Why did I cheat? See, too often we want to look at our why am I doing this? in a positive way, but sometimes we need to look at the negative side of it too. Why are you cheating? Why did you eat that? Why did you give yourself permission to go completely off the rails? And again, the cheat day, which I hate. Why did you do it? If it was for a very special occasion, okay, that's one thing. If you did it because it was in the house, I have to ask you again, why? Why keep bringing that food in to tempt you when you have a proven track record of not being able to say no to that food? Why? Why did you buy it? Why did you put it in your basket? Why did you bring it home? If your answer is, well, it's for my kids, then why are you eating it? Well, it's for my husband. Again, why are you eating it? Why are you asking your body to ignore the food that you're giving it and give you results different than you should be getting? You can't blame anyone or anything or any program for your choices. Only you can be responsible for that. Make sense? So when we ask, and we all have done this, we're all guilty of posting a message on the board, I can't seem to get back on track, somebody tell me what to do. Well, the answer is real easy. Stop doing what you're doing. I know that sounds simple and yet so difficult, but it's all up to you. I mean, truly, the choice is yours. Nobody forced you to eat the ice cream. Nobody's going to take it away from you. You have to decide what's more important to you. Why did I gain? Well, again, sometimes there's a hormonal reason, sometimes it's a water retention, but 99.9% of the time we gained because we ate. And we ate too much, or we ate too much of the wrong thing. So if you had a gain, you've got to take a long, hard look at what you ate, me included. Same's true with everybody. The energy, the formula for calculating calories versus energy is the exact same for you as it is for me, as it is for the person who is naturally skinny, but it really boils down to, what did you eat? It's a simple and yet so difficult for us to get through our head that that we gain because we don't make the best choices. Okay, why am I paying Weight Watchers? You're paying Weight Watchers most likely because it's a proven program. There are probably hundreds of thousands of people who have been successful on Weight Watchers losing their weight and keeping it off. You're paying them to be a source of accountability. You're paying them to give you knowledge. You're paying them to educate you on how to eat, what not to eat, how to be more active, how to change the structure of your day and your life in order to be a more healthy, successful loser when it comes to weight. That's why we're paying them. You're not paying Weight Watchers to guarantee that you will lose weight and keep it off. They can't do that. Only you can do that. So again, if you're not getting out of Weight Watchers what you had hoped, maybe instead of looking to Weight Watchers for the answer, we need to look in the mirror for the answer. What am I putting into it that may be affecting what I'm getting out of it? So if you're not getting out of it what you're wanting, then let's change. Let's figure out, okay, what can I do different? What can I change in my approach that might help me be more successful. Here's one. This is not a why, but this is kind of along the same lines. One word that I would like to see us get completely out of our arsenal of words that we use, and I hope you'll hear me out on this one. And I get this is a lot of kind of a negative, but we tend to use this word that I'm going to talk to you about for just a second. I think we use this word to give ourselves way too much permission to make bad choices today. And the word I want us to stop using is tomorrow. Tomorrow is a really bad idea. Putting off eating right until tomorrow, putting off getting back on the wagon until tomorrow, putting off making the good choices that we need to make about what we eat and our level of activity until tomorrow is what's keeping us from being successful today. The Bible tells us that we're not given tomorrow. We're not promised tomorrow. So why are we waiting until tomorrow? If you messed up on this meal, then start right this minute getting back on track. Don't wait till tomorrow. If you've decided, I've really got to get this under control, I need to get started, don't wait until tomorrow. Start right now. Don't wait until tomorrow to do anything, because we don't know what tomorrow holds. We can't control tomorrow. We can't change tomorrow. We can't even live in tomorrow. All we can do is today. So take tomorrow out of your vocabulary and instead replace it with today. Today, I'm going to make better choices. Today, I'm going to move more. Today, I'm going to start eating better. I'm going to make up for what I didn't do yesterday, but I'm not going to wait until tomorrow, because tomorrow isn't mine, ever. Here's the biggest one. Why do I keep making bad choices? That's a really hard one, because we never get good results from bad choices. Never. I've never made really bad choices and lost weight. I've never not exercised and saw a loss in inches. I've never put off doing something good for my body and had good results from it. Why do we keep making bad choices? Sometimes it's because it's easier, but more often than not, and we're all old enough to accept this, more often than not, it's just to satisfy ourselves in that moment. The chocolate cake, how long is that going to taste good? A few seconds that it's in your mouth, and then the guilt comes, and the weight gain, and the swelling, and the inflammation. So we keep making bad choices to satisfy ourselves in the moment, but not to help ourselves long term. We get frustrated at the results of the bad choices, and yet we continue to do it. Nobody can change it but me. Is it hard? Mm-hmm. It really is. But here's what I'm learning. And this is my quote. If you're writing down quotes and collecting them, here's one for you today. You will only be successful. You will only be as successful as you choose to be. You will only lose as much weight as you are disciplined to lose. Doesn't matter whether you're doing Weight Watchers, low carb, freestyle, Smart Points, keto. I don't care what the program is that you're doing. You will only be as successful as you choose to be. You will only be as happy as you choose to be. You will only be as disciplined as you choose to be. So really the choice is yours. It's up to you. It's not up to anybody else. Someone mentioned to me, this is completely off track, but while I'm thinking about it, somebody mentioned to me that they saw posted in another Facebook group talking about our group that we, thank you, Cherie, I just saw your post, that our group is only for people who are strictly following freestyle and that no one else is welcome. Could not be more true. I don't know why someone thought that to be the case, but I just wanted you to hear it from me firsthand. I don't care if you're doing freestyle, Smart Points, Points Plus, 5 programs ago. I've told you before, what Weight Watchers is to me is not the particular eating plan that Weight Watchers happens to be doing at the moment. What Weight Watchers is to me is the power and the knowledge to figure out what my body needs and do it. I've told you I don't eat sugar and grains anymore. Is that a Weight Watchers eating plan? No, but I had to figure out that those are the foods that were causing me to not be well physically. So that's how I eat. Am I a Weight Watcher? I will forever be a Weight Watcher. I will forever be watching my weight. And many of you are doing the same thing. You're learning what works for you and you're doing that. I think that makes you a very successful and wise Weight Watcher. So if someone asks you or you see in another group that said about us, it's just not true. You're welcome here regardless of what you're doing. So anyway, that's just from me. I'll try to read and answer a couple of questions for just a few minutes. Not going to keep you any longer because I need to get my day started and I know you need to get yours started too. Carol says, I prefer honesty rather than sugar-coated words. We've sugar-coated life way too long. We've given ourselves permission way too long to continue to make bad choices. We all have hopes and dreams. We all have a size we want to be. We all have an outfit we want to wear. We all have an activity that we want to be able to do. And we allow it to continue to be that carrot dangling in front of us. Well, I want to take the carrot off of the pole and I want to move it in where I can reach it and achieve it and make it reality. I don't want to go any longer in my life chasing after that carrot that's dangling out in front of me. But as long as I continue to justify bad decisions, or as long as I continue to make bad choices, I'm not ever going to reach the carrot. And so I want the carrot. I think you do too. You just have to want it badly enough. You have to do what you're capable of doing consistently until you're capable of doing more. You're capable of more than repeated bad choices. I don't have any more willpower than you do. You're capable of it. You just have to do it. Is it hard? Yeah, it's hard. But the more you do it, the less hard it is. It genuinely gets easier as we exercise that willpower. Willpower gets stronger and stronger the more you use it. I promise it does. I saw the other day where someone said she went to the movie and didn't eat a bite of popcorn. Was it hard? Probably. That popcorn smells really good and it looks good. Everybody's sitting there eating it. But if you do it once, then the next time you go to the movie, it's a little bit easier to say no to the popcorn. And eventually, the popcorn doesn't even tempt you anymore. You'll probably never get to the point where you're not ever tempted by bad food. That's just human nature. But you will get to the point where you aren't as tempted as you used to be, and you don't give in to those temptations nearly as often as you used to. That's when you know you've grown. And that's when the carrot comes off of the stick and you now hold it and eat it. You're not chasing it anymore. I hope somebody got something out of this today. I hope that when that little 3-letter word starts tormenting you and saying, why did I do that? Why am I not losing? Why are my meetings so boring? Think about, what can I do to change that why? What can I decide to make it different? I hope that it helps you a little bit. I think I saw where the t-shirt sale reopened. So I don't remember the date. If Linda's on, she can let us know. But if you didn't have a chance to get one and you want to, I think there's a little bit longer opportunity to order one. The 100-day challenge is going strong. For a lot of us, today is day 20. So if today is your day 20, I'd love to see a post with your update so far. If you haven't joined us yet, it's not too late. Just jump right in. All we did is we all set some goals for ourselves, things that we wanted to accomplish in these 100 days, which is now down to 80, whether it's a particular weight or a particular number of steps or a size, maybe inches lost. My weight loss is really, really slow. I think it's hormonal, and the fact that I don't have that much left to lose. I'm going, hopefully this week, calling this morning at the doctor's office to get an appointment, have my hormone levels checked. Lots of different reasons, but I think my hormones are completely out of whack. Set your goals, do what you need to do to achieve those goals, and then report in. Most of us are reporting every 10 days. My goal is to lose 1 pound every 10 days, and I'm at day 20 yesterday, and I was 1.9. So I'm close, but it's all over the place. I go up and down and up and down. Anyway, you set your own goals, you hold yourself accountable, you report in as much as you want, and you do it the way you want to do it. Use the hashtag 100-day challenge. It just makes it easier for us to keep up with it. If somebody wants to go and read, they can put that in the search bar and find them. I'll go back later today and read all of your comments and answer questions. And as always, you're always welcome to send me a private message if it's something you want to discuss without everybody on the board being a participant. And I'll do my best to answer as quickly as I can. I think that's it. I hope you have a wonderful week. Be kind to somebody, be kind to yourself, and I will see you on the board. Bye.